a weapon or something juicy that doesn't ambush you, blow it up. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, somehow you're just gonna need. You're basically gonna kill one enemy and then die to reload the old hurt more cannon there, because that's gonna be real important.
Throne gives us a free belt, a free torch, and obviously your free key.
Yeah, they're gonna look at the spells and they're gonna see outside, but they're also gonna see hurt more. Of course, oh no, Kongcakes makes a bit of an error there. Outside doesn't work for that, and now they don't have MP anymore, so they're probably gonna have to go and die.
Kongcakes can die or talk to the old man in the castle to recharge the MP. Return gives you a free escape out of the throne room. Outside does not.
Yeah, it happens. I've made that mistake plenty because you're just so excited to see it. You go, yeah, this is it. This will get me there, and then it doesn't actually get you there.
I made no mistake. Anyone who's played this game for as long as I have or anybody else has had plenty of time to make boneheaded choices and pay for them dearly.
I mean, it's Dragon Warrior, the game of boneheaded decisions and mistakes and dying in the overworld.
Pretty much. Kongcakes will lose about 20 seconds to this. Overall, not a huge thing. If the race comes down to a 20-second differential, we can look back and say, oh man, that return spell got it good.
So, Kaiten's punching the slime, and at 4 strength, you only have a 50% chance to hit it. So this is not really a great use of time.
Kongcakes. Excellent moves of red slime. Tears it in half, right out of the castle.
There you go. Druin's got a bunch of experience points. I think you heard more of this, right? Just get the kill. There's Swamp right above you. Throw yourself into it.
Yep, load up. Hope you get some magic points. 8 more MP. So next level we'll have 3 castings of Hurt More available.
Kaiten gonna get a little bit of help there from the Star Rover and gonna get shipped home.
Kongcakes 2 sees death, but does it a little more absent-mindedly. Kind of wander around, hope someone kills him. And again, early game, no HP, low agility. Hurt More is fantastic, but in a game where you can't dodge, running into a end game enemy, a Charlotte class enemy, probably going to kill you.
Yeah, but anything short of that, and you're gonna do what Kaiten just did, and you're gonna throw fire at it. You know, Druids are just fine at this point. 14 experience is twice as much at this point.
A lot of good options. You see a Rogue Scorpion, Catch It by Surprise, Wolf Lord, Warlock, low-class Knights, Magic Weapons. There's a good tier of, basically B-class enemies that will explode and die to Hurt More.
I mean, Wraith Knight's what you were looking for there, but you aren't looking to get ambushed by it, so Kaiten gets cut down real hard, and in the corner of his screen, by the way, just to the southeast of Tintagel Castle, is Charlotte Castle.
Alright, quick siege. You got early Hurt More, Charlock's right there by the home base. Heal More shows up and sleep. Probably not useful right now while you're still so fragile, but having options early for level 7, level 8, not a bad choice.
Yeah, I mean, hit points at 41 is not bad now. They did get a good bit of HP, and Kongcakes going due west actually finds a town on the edge of the world here.
Yeah, truly sick joke and have Hawk's Nest, but we'll see what shows up.
Oh, hey, look, we found Breckenary.
Normally I'd be upset about this, but having a closer to the walk recharge for your heal mores and hurt mores, and honestly they got a lot of money from blowing up a lot of mid-tier enemies, so early game armor might be a thing.
Yeah, there's leather armor there at least, which I guess is a start. No shields, and full plate, so the Breckenary shop is full of basically not what you wanted. I think you wanted to see at least one of the big 3 weapon armor pieces there. I mean, like, magic armor or silver shield would be fantastic at this point, just because in case of gold. But otherwise, eh.
If you find a gold grind, you're in good shape, but not much doing at the castle. I mean, full plate's something to sneeze at, but no fringe benefits to that stuff. Just spokes. Our flags are standard. You see a good amount of swamp because the game has that in vanilla. You're seeing a pretty low stat distribution. Lucky Hurt More level 1 to save them from a really agonizing start. But the flags are standard as they've been for most of the entirety of the brackets. Or Swiss, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, we're running the same standard flags for the tournament at this point, but Kongcakes gets shipped home by that Druid there. It looks like that we're near to the top left corner of the map, which might come into play later if we do need the count coordinates. because there's some really interesting things you can do with that.
Yeah, being close to the edges on two sides is pretty fantastic, because if you have a really obnoxiously huge number, you can count away from the other side, versus counting from the castle. Magician.
Yeah, Magician's throwing hurt more just like you are, and that's not a good time as Kongcakes get blistered by it, and he's gonna have to take the long trip home.
And 41 will buy you around against Dragon Lord 1 breath, but not saving against Dragon Lord 2 high-class attacks or hurt more in return. However, Kaiten finds a werewolf. No, draw class enemy, blows up, gets a lucky roll. Gets a huge experience boost.
Yeah, hops right out to level 6 there. Still no spells. Stat distribution, I mean, HP is going up really rapidly at 61. That was a huge health gain there, so we're seeing about 10 a level right now, which is really good. Also, in terms of actually things which are honestly really good, wizards have Baby Breath and Stop Spell.
Yeah, they'll be very tame later on. For now, they're terrifying because they don't care about hurt more, and they still hit like a truck when they want to actually punch you. But mid-end game, they will be kind of jokes.
Yep, they're 120 experience points apiece, and something like Erdrick Sword, some armor, and you find them and you go, I'm going to punch this because it's time efficient to punch them for experience.
Alright, now see Kongcakes trying it out, trying the muscles out, see what works with the basic punch. And Drolls are pretty high, surprisingly high agility. Defense in this game is agility based usually, especially the monsters. It's like a Rogue Scorpion, which takes very little damage, also has very high agility, hard to get away from. Drolls have a higher damage ratio, which makes them unusually fast for their appearance.
Yep, Kongcakes is hitting level 5, but is a field now with no MP. MP growth a little bit slow, but there is a town down there in the swamp south, but I don't think he's going to get a chance to see it because Armored Knights have... Oh no. Armored Knights have got the big breath. That's going to be scary later on.
Alright, AK showed up to the party, and you brought the salsa. So, end Charlock enemies can be dangerous. Even endgame, running from Knights can be really dangerous, really difficult, and taking 40 or 50 per swing, around 40 damage per breath attack, can really hamper a Charlock dive in the end.
Yeah, it's a lot nicer if you've got armor and they're meleeing you for like 25 to 28. That's basically a decently to okay where you want to be. This is not where you want to be.
That's a bad scene, so... Charlock enemies, wizards seem to be tame. Werewolves died in one hit, so we couldn't tell. And Armor Knights are definitely going to be a problem. Dragons may show up later on, we'll see their few tails. Snowman may have a surprise for you. And the Golem, who's not the Golem? But time will tell.
I don't know, it feels like I've never met a golem that doesn't want you to catch those hands, so...
There was one last week I was watching that was throwing hurt and stop spell, so it became... I remember watching the grind, and it was basically, you could fight a golem, swing away 4 or 5 rounds straight and take no damage. It was pretty obnoxious. Alright, both racers basically heading towards the east now, trying to go east and south. This corner is kind of isolated, so beyond those few spots there, you're not going to see much. Break area is the inn, item shop isn't that great. Kaiten comes across a Rogue Scorpion, which is the... Ooh, well, no sleep. So... Oh, and large Dragon Lord breath. Okay, I take it back. Rogue Scorpions are very dangerous.
Rogue Scorpions are basically kill them before they kill you. You can't hurt more of them to death. They will die to one hurt more, but on the flip of the coin, of course, with the bad agility right now, sitting around 34, if one gets the jump on you, well, that's not good.
As I mentioned before, the defense stats being speed-based, effectively, Rogue Scorpion has a fairly low HP total for an enemy of its caliber, but obnoxiously high defense power and agility. So getting away from them is going to be trouble. Ambushes are going to be very common until agility hits like the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, it looks like Kongcakes is settling in for a little bit of a near-home grind here, but Kaiten in the field is continuing to find Rogue Scorpions out here.
Selling for some, like, C-class enemies. Poltergeist is not really much there. Getting the experience points now where 15, 20 is not going to do it for you. I'm looking for 40s, 60s, 70s.
Yeah, at this time, this would be a fantastic grind if he was hurt more like even wolves at this point. 40 experience points is, you know, a much, much nicer number to be seeing than 15 for your time.
And it's very limited options here. Wolf's not bad, it's 40. But again, they're still relying on Hurt more to do the damage. So basically, you have only 5 combats in you. Blowing up a 5 MP Hurt more on a 19 experience Ghost doesn't really pan out too well for the long run.
Yeah, that being said, hey, you're gonna get there eventually, right? I believe the most important thing when you think about something like a situation like this and having early hurt more is understanding that when you see certain enemies, you know, gravitating back towards those areas. You know, if you found armored knights, maybe you don't want to grind there, but if you find, you know, if you found wyvern someplace, you know, you're going to be very happy walking through the desert in Wyvern Town to get yourself up in the experience really rapidly.
Kongcakes investigating to build leather armor. And a copper sword, just to have that extra swing. At 40 strength and copper sword, 50 attack power, you can make do with some weaker enemies. Maybe not waste your hurt mores on those poltergeists.
Yeah, this druid is well in swing range as well. I mean, if you know, 50 attack power is really kind of where you want to be fighting wolves as well, but that's not a concern on the seed. But, you know, keep that in mind, that you know, you can really start carving through those mid-range enemies.
Yeah, a lot of this game's challenge, Randomizer especially, is to know when you can handle things and when you can't. Circumstances like hurt more can get you higher on the totem pole, but circumstances like them having sleep can put you low on the food chain. So knowing your baseline and how to adapt to it is one of the primary challenges of this game. The maps are pretty, well, the overall map's crazy, but the dungeons stay vanilla-shaped outside of Short Charlock. But basically knowing your limits, for lack of a better description, will take you a long way in Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
I believe we had a practice when Silverfire and I were practicing together, and I believe what they told me was the most important thing was, I'm going to stop dying.
I mean, dying is detrimental. Half your gold, walk out of the castle.
Alright, Kongcakes is heading back. I believe he did see this town before and got pinned down by an armored knight the first time, and, well...
Here we are again.
Gonna hurt more it. Oh no, that's bad.
Armor Knight's gonna be a true jackass this entire scene. He's got the big boom and the big heel.
Oh no, that's bad times.
At least I know now. There was a cheat before, 2 years back, where it cost me the race when I fought like 20 of them in the race, never had a problem. And then the boss tile for Dragon Lord had, oh, by the way, heal more. I'm like, you had this the whole time and didn't tell me?
No, saving it to ruin your night. It had to save it for the last possible moment.
I mean, Armor Knights, there are enemies in the games. I play plenty of games with troll enemies. Enemies that are just built to annoy you and throw you, make you want to throw stuff out a window. Armor Knights do some terrible things. They ignore stats, they ignore agility, they have terrible abilities. They just hit way above the weight class, and the weight class is super heavy.
I mean, they are literally the second toughest enemy in the game, more or less. I mean...
I feel like they defy even the Red Dragons. Like, at a certain point, Red Dragons seem to be like, okay, I have you handle Red Dragon, I'm not scared of you. Then, some big mohawked pink armor comes stalking up behind me. I can't run away from it for some reason. Ooh, two towns down that swamp.
Two double towns. Oh, we've got Garanham first. It's not Rimmaldar.
The Garanham by itself, not great. No keys. The shop's there.
Yep. Kaiten, of course, finds the dirty secret of armored knights taking off their helmets and setting you ablaze.
Much more useful. Coal is found.
See, this is the town you're looking for in the early game. Look at that Sturge tile. It's going to give you a fairy flute, probably, because that's how this game works. No, actually, this is the armor.
Alright, the armor is in hand for Kongcakes. That little bit of exploration paying off. Kaiten, the going in and out, may have found it as well. I'm not certain, given the pathing they're taking. The armor is pretty intense. You ignore damage tiles. You walk on swamps and barriers that damage. You ignore stop spell. You resist hurt and fire breath attacks. You gain 1 health per step. And you have a massive jolt of defensive power.
And look at that artwork. You get a cool red cape. And why would you not want a cool red cape?
The best part is, you go to town and want that fancy magic armor. You can sell it for 1 gold piece.
Don't sell it for 1 gold piece.
Yeah, no, that was like 10. I'm still mad about that.
You can also sell Erdrick's sword for 1 gold piece. Don't do that. And Kaiten doesn't have the armor yet, but is probably about to get it. They just took damage from that damage tile.
Definitely Kaiten. Higher experience points. Definitely a 200-point lead, which is not too much in a Hurtmore seed. Ooh, and Demon Knight. Ooh, gets away with the Demon Knight. Kongcakes facing Demon Knight, another enemy that has Dragon Lord breath.
Alright, so Kaiten's going to discover Garanum for the first time here. Probably going to take a quick stop, check the shop. Or, no, he's going to juke the shop, he's going to come back, and he's going to the item shop instead.
Not that shop, the other shop. And Kaiten also kind of running out of fumes here. Probably wants to recharge at the end. That 10 steps tromp to the left, knowing there's pretty dangerous enemies out in this part of the map.
I mean, you know, I heard there's armored knights here, and I heard that they're bad for you.
Ooh, Garenham is absolute garbage. Garenham.
Wait, when did Garenham get the Breckenary inventory? Jeez.
I was gonna say, Garenham is taking Breckenary's notes and running with it, because there's nothing in Garenham worth purchasing. Especially in about 5 seconds when Kaiten sees the Archer's armor on the ground.
Yeah, as you can see, it's usually pretty easy to consider that, you know, 200 experience is oftentimes a decent gap, but at this point it's really not too much. Kongcakes is gonna get that level 8, get that big old boost. The stats are growing pretty steadily right now. I mean, I don't think we've hit really a bad level of stats yet at this point in the seed. MP is growing basically pathetically, but everything else has been real good.
Given the opening being basically almost bare minimums for everything, they caught it very well halfway through the grind process. Alright, Kaiten heads the coal, finds the armor.
Yay!
Kongcakes, despite the armor and despite the firepower, runs to a star weapon and dies. I don't see if star weapon has something tricky up its sleeve.
It's got beak and jerkbird powers.
Jerkbird.
Alright, and Cole is actually selling, it looks like Cole is selling silver shields, by the by.
So shields in the future, perhaps. Kaiten sells for a small shield for now.
Hey, 4 defense is better than 0. Every little bit counts here.
I'm still seeing agility being a bit low. The Wolf Lord here ambushing Kaiten. Not really dangerous, especially with the healing effect of the armor. But just the knowledge that if enemies have an ability, they can probably get behind you and still get a bonus round. You gotta be careful about that. Because Earth's armor does not stop sleep.
But Kaiten pushes on to level 9. Looks like this was kind of our rough sleep, but it was still 9 hit points and 10 MP, which is kind of really what you wanted there.
Definitely, as we push level 10, 11, 12, agility remains below 40, below 50. You gotta start wondering about your, will DL2 be hitting me for more than 48? Do I have to finally grind that silver shield?
Right, or, am I even going to bother trying to run from these armored knights, because I'm just going to burn 2 Hurtmores and heal myself. And Kaiten's Wanderings found a town, and it looks like Kongcakes Wanderings, there is a cave underneath that armored knight there.
Ooh, more towns in the swamp.
Yeah, there's a 3rd town down there in the swamp due south. Holy heck. Oh, that's a good one to find. That's Cantlin. We still don't have keys, but if there's coordinates, we know where to find them.
The old premise is true. Crazy old man, dad building castles in the swamp. Not 1, not twice, 3 times they built a town in the swamp. And here we are. Ooh, this town has the goods.
Oh, flame sword and magic armor. That's what it's all about.
Well, magic armor is kind of passe now. The flame sword is no joke.
Yeah, I mean, 28 attack power, just in case if you need something to sort of get you through if the big stick isn't showing up, but it looks like Dew and Tablet Cave is required. Kongcakes has found the silver heart.
Alright. 40 seconds of annoyance, no enemies, no real risk, but harp is required. And Kaiten will see heads a bit more south. Sees the mountain range there. So Kongcakes took a different little pathing. You guys see how they wound around to get to that spot. Well, they might have actually gone into town, left town, and walked over that bridge. They might have had to do it the hard way. I know, Flames, I know. The fourth one's somewhere. We'll find it. There's a lot of swamp vanilla.
Yeah, basically. As you can see, it looks like the experience is starting to level off pretty quickly here as they both reach level 9, and they're both sitting around 1100 at this point. Kongcakes is looking at the world south of Tablet Cave.
Yeah, the experience point lead tends to flex back and forth pretty close together when you can, see an enemy glare at it and it explodes. That tends to help your grind process.
Alright, so it looks like, on Kongcake's screen, Charlock is just to the west, so it looks like Tab Cave is to the north of things, so it's a little bit east out first, and then head back north to kind of look at the top of the map there. And there's a town in the desert as well. We're starting to run out of towns. This is either Hawks or this is gonna be Hawks or Imildar at this point.
Mm-hmm. Got your keys or got your oddly aggressive tile space? We'll see.
And with Herdmore, I mean, he's only got one Herdmore right now, so maybe not at this point. But with Herdmore, you definitely check the tile at this point. You've got the health, you've got the stats.
Alrighty. Level 9, stats decent, Urge's armor. No point in not checking out what's going on over there. Just with the knowledge. Also, it's very close to the castle. You're basically 3 screens away.
I mean, they also built an entire state in a swamp. They built New Jersey.
Hey.
I love New Jersey. I lived there for 11 years.
I'm still there. It's so stupidly expensive. And everyone thinks, you go online looking for food, it's like, oh, you're in New York, right? You're in Philadelphia? You're in DC? No, I'm in Jersey. Oh, here's a thing from Brooklyn. Like, no, I am in Jersey. I'm not 20 miles from New York City.
You can't afford to live in Brooklyn anyway, it's fine.
I know, but I can't afford to live in Jersey either. Alright, we can approach this spot here.
Is that really what you wanted to see here?
Given the stats, probably not. Stone Man ignores hurt more or less. The chitin's there as well. Sleep is very handy if long as it stays down. But the damage being output when it wakes up, very severe.
But it no stop spell, which is real good all of a sudden, because at least that's at least one turn that it's not punching. Oh, but it also has DL2 breath. So Stone Men are literally going to be like the roulette wheel of enemies at this point. You can try to sleep them, they're going to punch you, they're going to breath you, or they're going to stop spell you.
Alright, Kongcakes, despite having no gas in the tank, power drives that golem for that Stone Man for a fairy flip.
Finds a metal slime right afterwards, which spits baby fire at him.
Metal slime with the mercy. Alright, Titan having a bit of a hard time with this. Maybe a hard time, maybe more focusing on defense with the extra heal mores. This golem is doing a lot of damage. I keep saying golem, it's a Stone Man.
Golem's tiny brother. Kongcakes sees a cave, but with no mana is skipping it. The big thing is that at this point, if you're searching for a town, a field at this point, exploration deep into the seed might be a little bit of a problem, because there is nothing out there.
So his Hawks had the fairy flute. Yeah, so Hawk, or Garrett, or I'll get right eventually. Remildar is out there somewhere. Now you have the whole map available to you. Is it through Swamp Cave? Is it behind something else? Do you have to go behind Garanham to get it? Which would be basically impossible because you have to get keys. So unless the chest has a key for you somewhere.
You're out there on the Florida Turnpike and it's 64 miles to the next exit. I really hope you use the restroom.
Get there and say, oh, your tactiles at work. We are renovating. See you in 40 miles.
That sounds terrifying.
Ask me how I know. Alright, Kongcakes takes a hit. Now, finally out of gas, truly spent. After going through Hawk's Nest, rolling the dice and coming up on top against that Stone Man. Against the odds. Heads back to the castle. And kind of messed around that Wraith Knight. Didn't want to use the Hurt Ward. Okay, I have magic, that's the reason why. But the Wraith Knight is still dangerous enough to withstand attacks and hit back hard enough to make you think twice about fighting it one-on-one.
Yeah, he's just trying to use that Erdrick's armor to stay out in the field as long as possible here, trying to get as much map information as he can. The flip side of the coin is, of course, without Hurtmore's right now. I mean, 74 attack power, you can take out a lot of enemies, but it'll take a little. So, it's kind of a tough decision here, and he's going to probably get off of the field at this point in time and try to find an inn or take a dive, one or the other.
Alright, Captain finding a knight. Lower class knights, they have hurt more. They could have been scary before. With the armor, okay, well, they're still dangerous. They still hit like a truck. Alrighty. Again, Titan's combats are being amplified and dangerous because they're still exploring with no magic.
Yeah, I mean, 49 MP is enough for 9 casts to hurt more, and you gotta kind of make them count. If you're going deep afield at this point, if your goal is to find caves and just really get out there, try to find Garenham and get really out there, you've got to be really judicious. Magiwyverns are real good to hurt more, but Chitin's tapped out. But I would definitely take note of this area here on the map for a possible grind spot.
Yeah, Chitin appears to be trying to find where's Rimladar. They're doing everything possible not to die, running away from fights, they're picking and choosing their battles. Trying to, I guess, find Rimladar somewhere.
Kongcakes in his 36 agility finds a blue dragon and attempts to turn and run from the blue dragon, but at every turn, the blue dragon is in front of him.
Yeah, dragons, despite being the size of a barn, are awfully quick.
They're agile, like house cats.
Ooh, Titan with no gas finds the tablet cave. So, again, a free passage here. Has a torch for the quick 1-2.
Kongcakes uncorking the Hurtmore on this Wraith Knight, which is a very good move for 72 experience points.
Yeah, endgame not worth gas, but certainly within mid-game reasons, no problem not finding it. And I'm not sure if Kongcakes and Single Scorpion go full power yet.
Just did now. Got put to sleep on the ambush, got torched, got lost half of his health in one shot.
Wakes up, realizes they're not in the room yet, and throws out a Hurtmore really quickly. Alright, Chitin is found. I imagine, going upstairs now in the tablet cave, has found the Silver Harp. Level 10 for Kongcakes.
13, 13, 6, and 1. So, the MP is still not really growing, but I mean, 13 more strength, 13 agility is real good here. Because now finally, instead of being sort of in, danger from running from green dragons, now if you're, fighting green and blue dragons and you want out, you have a good chance of getting out.
Definitely, you can save your... No, that's still a good target to attack with a Hurtmore, but you can save your shots for something more dangerous, like this here blue dragon. And gets away.
Yep.
Chitin fighting himself in the woods. Kongcakes fighting wizard who fights like a small baby and has tiny breath and stop spell.
Yeah, of note to anybody who ever says that agility is just a number, I mean, it's an important number nonetheless, because it does really honestly help you get out of those sort of combats that you don't want to be taking on because you're gassed, or because you are not really in the mood to fight blue dragons this afternoon.
Yeah, blue dragons pretty vanilla. I didn't see anything oddball about them other than just being fight machines, which can be worse, honestly. You might want them to have a small, weaker ability that can fly you around or give you some freebies. That's always annoying when they have sleep or something like that, but if they have like hurt or stop spell, you can really make the fights at the end game much easier.
Right, so the cave that Kongcakes decided to dip past before actually is the Stones of Sunlight cave here, but just has a medical herb inside.
Kind of decided not to peruse the herb repeatedly. Chitin, let's see. I'm trying to see the maps. They match up too well. They might not be in the same area precisely. Chitin's still, again, running around with no MP. Chitin refuses to go back to town to recharge, die to get the MP back. They're walking around with an axe and an attitude. trying to find this Rimaldar.
Yeah, last town we don't know about at this point in time. That's going to be super, super important. I mean, also at large, we still have out there, we still have both of the big 2 caves. We've still got Mountain Cave and... We still have Mountain Cave and Garen's Grave to find at this point in time, and we're still looking for the Jerk as well.
Yep, so we're starting to see a lot of things be behind doors now. Garen Ham's back door has a cave back there. Under the castle has a cave. And even find Garen's Grave, you got a key to get to the bottom of it. Until you find the sword, until you find the stones, token perhaps as well, you're basically in all search mode. And Swamp Cave appears to be evasive, so Rimaldar either here somewhere on a little cranny that they keep overpassing, or the key somewhere they've missed.
Yeah, and the big thing is that there's still plenty of map to the south, more likely than not, just given that, again, we've seen the top edge of the map already. We've seen the top edge of the map in a couple of places with the top corner, and then Tablet Cave is a little bit to the east if you go down and around.
Be new caves. Kongcakes finds.
That is the Grave of Garen right there. He's able to move north and south.
Yep, definitely Garen's Grave. If Kong has the knowledge or a torch, they can get 3 chests up top there.
And you absolutely want these at this point. I mean, it's it could be the thing that you need to sort of break the seed open. You know, magic key means a ton here. Also, Kongcakes looks like he's broken open about a 450 experience lead, but Kaiten finds an Axe Knight, which, you know, I don't care how gassed or not gassed you are pointing a hurt more at that thing basically 100% of the time.
Definitely almost a free kill for sure. And Kaiten's might pay long term for this experience last, because level 11 with huge stat boosts across the board.
14, 7, 11, 13. All right. Well, now we're getting places. Already at 100 hit points, so we breached the 96 point for that. We're sitting at 86 strength, which means with a sword we'll be at $126 if we get the big stick. 126 is really, we're in maybe considering that the Dragon Lord is kind of a good guy to go and punch in the eye.
Garen's Grave. Major tries to hold down the fort, but dismissed.
On the flip side of the coin, though, no keys there. Does find the fighter's ring to go with those wings, but Kaiten, as you can see, in his wanderings.
Rimaldar is found. Back at Garenham is open. Bottom of Potential is open. And should they wander to the far to the east, they'll be able to get to the bottom of Garen's Grave. It doesn't even require. Kaiten dismissing the free chest in Rimaldar.
Yeah, don't do that. It's always the sword when you do that. Now it's the sword, we know it. And holy heck, I can't believe that it was to the north. The Jerk's up here. I mean, we are likely looking at one continent at this point, all things considered.
That's a funky map.
But yeah, just north of Garen's Grave is just to the south because Kongcakes finds Rimaldar just popping out to the north, so Garen's Grave is also right there. So he's going to get his keys. We're going to probably get a look at the free chest. We might even get a look at the bottom of the grave at this point. But all the towns have been located. We're still looking for the stones, and there's another cave out there to the... Oh my, just everything falling really neatly into place.
If it's a mountain cave, it'll be hilarious. If it's Swamp Cave, it might be a pain, because the mountain cave could be somewhere on the second continent by itself.
He took a step to the right, which doesn't give us any information on what dungeon he's in right now, but there is an enemy encounter.
Alright, Kongcakes. Observe the chest.
It's cash money.
Well, once every 20 seeds, it really comes back and you feel really good about opening that chest and finding a token. Like, yep, I get the big brain today.
I mean, never ever pass it up, right?
I mean, generally speaking,
Kongcakes
if you want to grab those 2 keys for 100 something gold and gain 500 to 700 gold on top of that every time, get yourself a good chunk of change.
I mean, there's a time that you need it, and there's a time that you... He does upgrade to a broadsword, though, sitting on 108 attack power, so he's going to take some hacks at this blue dragon here now. I think he's tired of running. I think he's going to stand and fight. Oh, never mind. Blue dragons are embarrassing and annoying and have heal more.
So blue dragon confirmed a monster. So we have a few enemies in chalk now that are going to be trouble. And the armor knight's going to be dangerous. The blue dragon's going to be a pain in the neck. Stone man can be dangerous depending on how he feels that turn. Wizard childish and easy. The werewolf seems pretty tame. Red dragon's still at large. And green dragon has hurt and heal, so endgame won't be a really factor.
Star Wyverns don't look like they have anything, and Chitin was in... It looked like that was Swamp Cave.
Alright, Chitin trying to not have to go to the other continent to find Mountain Cave, especially with 7 MP. So Chitin really hoping that this... well, never mind.
Hoping it's both small and empty, or has the Mountain Cave, like, literally right there, one or the other.
It's a fancy key chip they got on that map there, but no Mountain Cave.
Here it is. No, it's not. We're single continent, I believe. Unless you didn't come out the proper side.
I mean, that's the Jerk Cave up there, I think. That's Romodar and Jerk Cave.
Yep. Because they couldn't have gotten... If that was Swamp Cave, he didn't get across it. I'm not sure where he was then.
And Kongcakes going back to Garen's grave and opening those chests. So even if this dive ends in failure, there'll be a gold grind available, hopefully at the castle. And if one of those chests pay out, Silver Shield will be definitely in reach. Run low on chests. We have the Garen Ham chest in the back, treasury, and the bottom grave and Mountain Cave. So no more like freebie chests. Also, Kongcakes down to 9 MP, so if anything extreme is on downstairs, it might be a hassle. Kongcakes eats that herb, and boost up. Level 1 seems to have Axe Knights, which are dangerous enough to be a problem. Oh, I see that's for me. I've done the dumbest Garen, the dumbest chest grind. Early game, 2 keys. No, outside. Popped the thing there, went outside, ended up in Garenham, and accidentally opened the 3rd chest from the front room to treasury to Garenham. Well, Scrippy says no thank you, I've had enough of my beatings. And Kongcakes heads to the 2nd deep chest.
We have to go deeper.
Oh, but the Guardian, the Blue Dragon. Nope, never mind. The Kong is... okay, a few more turns. There we go. Alright, free core set.
But that does tell us that there is a 3rd search spot in the world, so the token is going to be at the coordinates for sure.
Kitten's not required. Old man has a job to do. What did that old man do? How do you rob people Kitten so badly? Locks him behind 2 locked doors in a room full of glass tiles of doom.
I mean, look, the man just wants to feel safe in his own home, okay?
Most of one of the Caitlyn's actually Isengard, and old man Gandalf is down there waiting to get sprung out by the bird.
Alright.
Alright, double discovery. Kongcakes at the bottom of the grave, Chitin heading to the back of Garenham. Kongcakes finds the deepest herb.
It's not really useful. That's an empty chest, which means it's probably an herb, but there's a magical key in the chest behind the key door, so we get the key fund and a torch. So that's a whole lot of nothing, but there is a cave back there. It could still be Mountain Cave.
Odds or favorite mountain caves? Maybe mountain cave, possibly one of the swamp exits.
I think the only things we're missing is Mountain Cave and a Swamp Connector, so...
Have we seen the staff cave yet? Have we seen the jerk? I don't know if we've seen the
Oh,
staff
we've
cave
seen
yet.
Oh, we might not have seen the Staff Cave. Yeah, Staff Cave, I believe, is still at large as well, you're right. So Grave is, gives you the Fighter's Ring, but otherwise it's completely unnecessary here, and I see Darkness. I see bouncing around. I don't know if this is the second half of Swamp Cave or...
They can walk to the right, so that opens up the window for probably a mountain cave, I would guess. And also, I don't see... I think Kongcakes was in the Swamp Cave for a while, or Kite was in the Swamp Cave for a bit. I don't recall seeing a golem there. Kaiten trying to roll a dice. So use the fairy flute to try and put to sleep, then try to throw a hurt more at it, which isn't going to fly too well. Golems don't respond well to hurt more.
I mean, Golems are going to bring the violence inherent in the system down upon your skull, though, and even though Kaiten is using the Ghost Sprite, he still can die and get sent home, which he just did.
This is fine, I'll make lemons out of lemonade, and I will open his chest instead. Take that golem. Instantly finds stone sunlight.
Alright, well, we know where all three parts of the puzzle are. I mean, well, we don't know where the token is, but we know where the information about where the token is. The Axe Ghost, I believe, is a magic key at this point, or a dragon scale?
One of each. So we have a key and a dragon scale.
Beautiful. No gold grind. So let our runners hope that this agility starts picking up a little bit, because 68 armor right now. Oh, bottom. Oh, gold grind was bottom left. I'm going to blame Kaiten's connection and not my own inability to verify what's going on.
I did see it. The bottom left chest is gold. So Kongcakes has enough chest now. Kongcakes, I think, is trying to die on purpose, and it's having a hard time because they're fairly beefy and healing 1 hit point per step, and they're having trouble finding an enemy that can possibly damage them.
And back behind Tentasial is the Harp Cave, so drops off the Harp, gonna get a Staff of Rain here. We are closing in on the end at this point, everybody.
Alright, Kongcakes might not be aware of the fact they can look at the Dragon Scale over and over again, or the Fire's Ring over and over again, and have that wizard beat them to death.
You know that when you're trying to Death Warp on an enemy with Stop Spell, you know what happens, right?
I know, they stop attacking you. There we go, a werewolf. That'll work. Yeah, Kongcakes is not aware of the items, I don't think, because Kongcakes is doing everything but items to try and defer their attacks. Oh no, Kongcakes kills the werewolf.
No, don't kill the werewolf. Blow the fairy flute at it. It takes 8 seconds, but at least, you'll have blown the fairy flute at it.
Oh, Kongcakes unaware. They have 3 things in inventory that can stop them from doing combat rounds, and they're just walking back and forth and healing, the opposite of the Dragon Lord Throne Walk.
You know when you do the Dragon Lord Throne Walk, you always get Armored Knights. It's like the worst feeling.
Yeah, you die immediately. It's terrible.
Like, even wizards are just, they're firing off baby breath, and they die in 2 swings. Kongcakes may never actually leave this cave, everybody.
There's Kongcakes. Too strong to die, but too poor to live.
The werewolf helps out by dodging, and it's might be dead.
Alrighty. Sweet and merciful oblivion. There we go.
Well, I thought the 35 might kill the werewolf there. I was a little worried for it.
There was a chance. Kongcakes, through a vast struggle, finally finds death, and with enough begging, is brought back to the throne room.
Death should not have taken me, but I really wanted it to.
I implored him very, very deeply.
Alright,
Okay.
Kongcakes is gonna catch up on chests here at least.
The sword Megatrick. Alright, this game is currently a bundle of drawable memory.
Found the stones of sunlight. The stones of sunlight. The stones of sunlight.
Alright, Kaiten says, go search 20 to the south and 95 to the east.
This is a free count. This is not actually a free count.
Alright, again, very tricky here. 20 south is hard to maintain. It's not a huge problem, especially the end count you can do with the edge of the map there. But 20 south would be hard to maintain with this map being so windy.
Yeah, it's likely that Kaiten is gonna hike to the is gonna take the hike up to Swamp Cave there at the top of the map and, you know, rescue one princess for 1 GPS.
Kaiten could have gone 3 days ago and got a Labor Day sale, but that's all gone. Fortunately, level 12, we'll find the huge stat gains.
Big numbers.
Alright, Kaiten opens the door.
Yeah, of note, Lorgon is making note that, again, with Erdrick's sword right now, our runners would have 133 attack power. With a flame sword, I believe our runners are going to be Sharlock eligible at this point in time, with the fighters getting to 123.
Yeah, the Dragon Lords, every time the warriors here take a nap at the inn, the Dragon Lord has a sleep of fitful dreams of large swords and big biceps. There's trouble coming to Sharlock at some point.
Kongcakes tacking on the staff there. Kaiten popping a torch. This is definitely at the top of Swamp Cave we found, so...
Alright, Kaiten will find their... Well, eventually, they'll find their princess. And Kaiten has the material for it. If the tile boss is a golem, Kaiten has the material to fight it with the fairy flute and the heal Moors. Just be careful with it, that's all.
I mean, if it's
an entry.
Yep. This map's a little bit fussy but you need to find your way to the right wall here, and then just go straight down is the fast way to do it.
Yeah, that won't lie. If I bonk on the wall once, I'm like pinned to the wall for like 3 inputs.
Look, I'm in this post and I don't like it.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. Blue Dragon shows up. Blue Dragon has heal more. Blue Dragon's a jerk.
We have Stop Spell. We don't know how susceptible to Stop Spell the Blue Dragon is here.
We can cheat and find out.
I like cheating. Not really, I actually, but maybe this time, maybe we should see what kind of resistance this Blue Dragon's got.
Not very good.
No, basically it's just screaming Stop Spell me, please, but,
Blue Dragon. Big mouth, glass jaw.
Kaiten going with Plan B, which is try to just land 2 hurt more to just get this over with at this point, which is a fine plan, honestly, and it is executed to perfection, and that Blue Dragon is paced.
It's following the Barsubi's principle of large explosions. The bigger your boom, the more problems you can solve. 1 princess, embraced by a ghost. I saw this movie.
Please note, we here at the Dragon Warrior Randomizer do not endorse the idea that fire solves all problems. You know, there are some problems that are solved by sword.
Yeah, Dragon Lord is not really a fire problem. That's your swagging.
We've seen a lot of swag this tournament, honestly, so...
Just this week. It's not in tournament, it's this week. There's been like 3 or 4 this week that has blown up the Dragon Lord for no reason whatsoever.
Look, you have to assert dominance by throwing fire at the Dragon Lord.
Like, you came in my house, you broke down my door, you opened up my secret staircase, you beat up all my monsters, you stabbed me in the chest with a giant shiny sword that says Erdrick on it. What more can you do to me? And then you explode. Never ask for more.
The Dragon Warrior Randomizer experience. Eventually, you get your revenge on everything that has killed you for the first hour.
Titan making their way, probably heading far east as they can, trying to find that token. Because at that point, Jerk Cave is on the north side, and they are basically ready for Charlock outside of finding that stick. Mountain Cave is somewhere.
Yeah, that's the tough part here. Kongcakes just popped out of a, looks like popped out of a cave here. I think they crossed Swamp Cave. I've not seen this little edge of the map here right now, but we'll see. We're also going to see level 13 at this point. There can't be any stats left in this seed, I believe. 1, 2, 2, yeah, 3. This seed's starting to run out of stats, I think.
You're approaching the part of the game where it's 14, 15, 16, you start seeing end-game play stats. Agility is still lagging behind pretty terribly. MP is approaching viability. HP and strength are well above what you need. You're going to find a big shiny sword to make things better for you.
I think there's been a couple of dives in this tournament with agility under 70, but you don't want to do that to yourself.
Yeah, unless your next level gives you 38 MP, and you don't mind burning 5 heal mores on the way down, you have to shoot through every red dragon that runs into you.
So the experience lead is starting to matter a little bit at this point in the seed. Kaiten is ahead on exploration, knowing that the princess is knowing that the search spot is in their sights and they found the princess already. Kongcakes looks like he's almost done exploring the second continent, because I believe there is what we lovingly call the Big Nothing.
Yeah, Mountain Cave is hiding somewhere sneaky then, because Mountain Cave is on the first continent. They've scoured it pretty thoroughly. One of the, perhaps this is our cave? Nope, that is our swamp.
Yeah, that was Swamp. They're popping outside to cross over, so Kongcakes is going to hop out here at Garanham. Wait, if that's Garanham, and that's half the Swamp Cave, the top right corner of the map past the Jerk Cave, the cave that Kaiten passed up because he was gassed.
It was Mountain Cave.
Had to be Mountain Cave.
All the way over there. Ooh, Kongcakes with a bold play was actually exploring the continent 2 with a big stack full of money. Just now buys a silver shield.
Didn't find any red dragons that were hungry for 7,500 gold, so he's probably a very happy camper now. That silver shield's gonna be real important because our agility is real terrible.
Okay, so again, agility being high is important. Dragon Lord, we'll talk about stats a bit. Dragon Lord damage to you. Dragon Lord True Breath caps at 48, and the punches can go higher if your defense is low enough. Basically, I believe is it 90? You have that safe chance where your punches are always going to be weaker than your breath. If I recall it correctly.
86 is the magic number where the damage range on melees is 24 to 48.
Alright, so otherwise you're running the risk of being hit for a breath attack, thinking, I'm at 50, I'm at 49, I'm kind of safe, I'll be alright, and then he just suddenly rears back and punches you, almost gets there, and then the claw pokes out for one little extra damage point, you fall over.
The saltless flow.
With the tremendous HP pools here, that might not be as dangerous a factor. Huge HP pools let you get double attacks, and in truly outrageous seeds, triples. But that's a very rare occurrence.
Yep, and so right now Kongcakes here at level 13 has 10 total heal mores if he can get all of his MP to the bottom of Charlock, which means you can probably count on getting 12 swings against DL2, which means that DL2 caps out at 165 hit points. So doing a little bit of quick napkin math here, 168 is 14 swings. So you're kind of going to come up a little shy at this point. We're starting to get into the realm of almost there. Definitely need the sword for the 40 attack power.
And again, knowing the limits, once you know the game, know what you can and can't do. There are times in the first tournament where I went into the Dragon's Castle and think, alright, level 14, I'm a little soft, but my opponent's probably ahead of me, we gotta go dive. I get down there with that problem, fellow like a crazed barbarian, swing my sword and do 5 damage. And realize, nope, we are not ready for Dragon Lord 2. We're going to start casting hurt more and see what happens.
Usually what happens is the Dragon Lord eats you.
Yeah, it ends poorly. I've never once, bluffed my way or hurt more my way out of a Dragon Lord. I came party early, and that's frowned upon.
news for Kongcakes is he's moving to the north at this point in time. He knows where the swamp cave is. It looks like he does, because he was on the second continent. He's probably gonna go in for a princess rescue at this point.
Indeed, and may explore further, knowing that Continent 2 is empty. So may have to just, by force, check the edge of the map and try to find out where my other caves are.
Yeah, that mountain cave is not in a fun place. The fact that Kaiten has that knowledge is just a massive, massive advantage right now. Kongcakes' play, could theoretically be save the princess and gamble the armory, but that is a gigantic risk.
Big risk, and on the way down though, you can definitely roll the dice on, use your resources. If you're just trying to go to the treasury, you don't care about fighting Dragon Lord, you're free to cast sleep, you're free to heal more and hurt more.
This is very true. You let it fly, you get some levels on the way down.
You find the big shiny stick, you walk out to that Axe Knight and say, enjoy your last kill, and go back to the throne room.
Actually, you walk up to the Axe Knight, you go, on you and your brethren, I am about to burn the balance of my MP, you can have it all, and then die.
I can imagine Axe Knight's smack talk. My fantasy team for years has been the Armor Knights of Alfgard.
That's a good team name. That sounds pretty darn dangerous, honestly.
Honestly, now. It used to be so good. I can't run block. It's a travesty. I shame the name of the Armor Knight.
Alright, so there's Kaiten getting the bad news at level 13 that, we've done run out of stats in this scene, everybody.
Yeah, endgame, it's so tempting when the sieges give you 10 points, 12 points, 13 points, and then suddenly you get to 13, 14, 15, it's like 2, 1, 0, -4, how's that possible? You get to grind to level 20. Alright, Kaiten heading to Garen's grave. We'll do a deep dive and find that fantastic herb at the bottom.
Yep, Kongcakes is going to find this blue dragon and look like taking some swings at the blue dragon with his lovely broadsword, and right about now is he going to get the bad news about blue dragons, landing the heal more on itself.
And again, early in the scene, when you've seen anything like this earlier in the scene, before you see endgame, you want to experiment. If it's got a nasty spell combo, does stop spell work? Is it a guaranteed thing? Roll the dice and just keep killing it over again until it doesn't roll that chance to heal more, or you can see how much can I, hamper him? How much can I make this enemy, fight me till like half HP and then just have it do nothing for the rest of the fight?
Yep, or you can land the 50-50 hurt more and just blow it up, because that's what you do.
Kongcakes finds his princess, teleports outside. Really, swamp is lovely this time of year.
He's gonna cast Return and return one princess to Tintagel Castle.
Wow, you've done it. Alright, Kaiten heads to grave level... Oh, on staircase. And down to grave level 2. But having seen Kaiten's inventory, Token of Erdrick is definitely in possession. So Kaiten's just waiting to see the old jerk and get that rainbow drop.
And potentially go up and check Mountain Cave out to see if he can go get some hardened ancient steel. Crafted by methods lost to man ages ago.
I mean, yours was alive like 40 years ago.
Ages ago.
You found it broken in a horse barn. You had to guess guy reforged it for you.
Look, the history of Alfgard is shrouded in mystery, and you don't know that was true.
Strange blue arm man fell from the sky, grabbed some horse metal, made a sword, and killed the archfiend Baramos. Who wants my cliff notes?
I mean, just in ages long past, there was a hero named Erdrick, clearly.
Alright, Kaiten heading to the bottom of the grave. Finds the darkest herb. And Kongcakes heading to the northeast. Hard to find the token on the ground, but might actually take a dive down there and try to find that mountain cave. Because, again, now you're at the point now where you're gambling. Does Chalk have my stuff, or am I going to have a problem?
the big thing is this has been a Hurtmore seed, and you're sitting at level 13 in about an hour, which I think is, a pretty solid pace. So, this is one of those rare moments where Kongcakes might not feel like he's behind. But he knows that he's got to get some exploration done, and when he finds what he needs, he's going to be then he's going to feel like he's in a lot of trouble.
Alright, Kaiten's still traversing the northeast to find that mountain cave and go digging, so here's where it might be a huge break-off in luck. Kaiten had the slower opening, found the armor later on, are only a hair before Kongcakes, but if they dive the mountain cave and find the goods, it's be a huge swing in the favors.
Yeah, especially with the drop in hand at this point in time. Here we go, popped the Radiant. We, of course, in the booth here know it was the Mountain Cave. Kaiten, of course, clearly also knows it's the Mountain Cave, and I think he is not really in the mood to fight much of anything, as he's going to try and 5 chests for the big stick here, potentially.
Yep, and on the side note we mentioned before, like, oh, I'm an hour in a Hurtmore seed. I'm doing pretty good. Just like, I'm an hour in a Hurtmore seed. I've only found this, that, and the other thing. I'm probably way behind. Every racer has a different mentality.
Yeah, and this is kind of a delicate balance right now, because you also have 2 parts of the puzzle at this point in time. You're still looking... The problem is you're still looking for Mountain Cave, and you're still looking for your search spot. You know the search spot's got the business. You know that the Mountain Cave could have the business.
And Kaiten does have a rainbow drop, saw the jerk just prior to entering this cave. So Kaiten is basically diving here for his sword. If not found, they will go Charlock and search thoroughly.
Alright, so it looks like Kongcakes needs to find a way to the other side of this mountain range to get to what he wants, which is 1 Erdrick's token. We are 2 chests deep in Mountain Cave, and we found... Or we were 3 chests deep in Mountain Cave, and we found nothing, and also 0.
Some money. Change broken wings, and the last chest awaits. Nitrate says, nope, no more of that. Actually, Mandrake, I think, has either been spared or has run away the first round of combat every time I've seen it this seed.
Kongcakes hitting level 14 here on the road.
Alright, who needs Hurtmore when I have a broadsword and a whole lot of anger?
3-1-18 HP in 1.
There are certain extreme thresholds of hit points or magic where you can look upon your other stats and say, I'll make do. Also, very bottom of the Mountain Cave, big stick.
Big stick. Alright, so Mountain Cave basically required. Kaiten is in go mode at this point in time. We have not seen the Death Necklace, which means it looks like Death Necklace is down there in the armory someplace, and level 14 is going to give us enough hit points to turn the Death Necklace on, so this is absolutely a level 14 at most seed.
Agility may still be a factor in terms of getting to the beast, but yeah, once you're there...
Yeah, I mean, if you can get 10 heal mores to the bottom, and that's a really big if right now, I'm just going to throw that one out there, but if you can get 10 to the bottom, you're in good shape. So how many red dragons have we seen this seed so far?
I've seen none, which means the great mystery.
Yeah, no, we've absolutely seen 0 red dragons, everybody. You know what that means Charlock is filled with, right?
I also have peeked the stat line, and I want to be surprised, though. I don't want to ruin that surprise myself.
Yeah, we don't need to peek the stat line, we can just leave that be, but, once we start running into red dragons and Charlock, well, our runners are going to be really sad that their agility is 60.
That being said, there are some seasons that red dragon takes off.
I mean, there was that seed I commentated earlier this week where red dragons did not choose to take the night off. Basically, they were in every single encounter zone.
I've had a few, I dare say, epic encounters with red dragon seeds.
Yep. Zone 0, clear. Zone 1, clear. You leave Zone 1, well, you take your life in your own hands.
Alright, Kongcakes heading towards the east coast. Has found the token. Knows Jerk Cave's up top here as well. Has Staff of Rain. We'll see if they turn right and head to the Mountain Cave.
Yeah, that would be really good, because that'll keep them in this race at this point in time. They do have to get to the bottom of the Mountain Cave, but I believe with these stats, that shouldn't be too much of a problem at this point in time.
Oh, Red Dragon has the hurt spell.
Really? Never mind. Now I'm sad.
I mean, there's definitely some nasty ones. You know, Armor Knight is a true monster. If Armor Knight shows up, that'll be the champion.
Alright, so Kaiten cracking Radiant, so going to exactly 80 MP, so exactly 10 heal mores at this point. Kongcakes is in the Mountain Cave, so, you know, assuming that he doesn't have either the worst run luck ever or the worst fight luck ever, will eventually get his big stick. Red Dragons have hurt. God, this seed is just so nice.
Yeah, they attack occasionally. Yes, Lorgon, we are out of options. That necklace has to be in Charlock somewhere. Will be the pyramid? Will be the table? Will they even check? I'm not sure. I know that, spirits. I know. It's a suggestion. Oh, but yeah, that's the other difference. Kaiten does not have silver shield.
669 defense power. So every 4 defense power under 86 is another top end point for the enemies that you're fighting. That is a lot. That is Dragon Lord punching for upwards of 52 damage right now.
Yeah, Kaiten actually dives to the necklace, puts it on in haste. Come back and cost them dearly. Alright, Red Dragon has shown its secret powers. Let's see what we got. Oh, whoa, hold on. It's got a surprise packing. They've been playing coy.
Yeah, 50% sleep. It's, I mean, it's gonna, if it just backs it up by spamming Herd at you, though, I mean,
I mean, it's annoying.
I mean,
all Pokemon fight.
Yeah, you're just gonna sit there and be slept.
That's the hands Dave. Be slept! And then just poke. Kaiten is going all in. Kaiten's going to the treasury. Kaiten is charging straight in. If Kaiten hits level 14 with some gas in the tank, you might see a surprise one-dive win.
Yeah, I mean, Kaiten is definitely going for it here. Like I said, he doesn't know that level 14 is packing 18 health, which means that he can go snag that death necklace, grind out 14, and it'll be even... I mean, it was already free. It would be more freer.
Kongcakes approaching the bottom of the mountain. Kaiten being ambushed by Axe Knights, walking down the last pathway. Yeah, the thing to look here is that Kaiten can win with a huge attack power, or can be slammed repeatedly. If Dragon Lord attacks physically and keeps rolling high on the dice, you're going to have real problems getting singles, let alone doubles. The HP is definitely a boon. 119 can save you from some of that extra ceiling. Alright, Kongcakes looks at the stats. Said, I can work with that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'm into this.
Your boss is a golem. Alright, will golem be caffeinated or not? Golem with wake up uppercut. Okay, let's be careful. If golem does force them to use a heal more, be really dangerous. Oh, Kaiten getting impatient. Oh no! I mean, doing tremendous damage, but risking a low roll there could have been a kill for the golem.
Golem does not score first blood for Charlock, though.
Oh, and Axe Knight is gonna... Oh no! Axe Knight wants to be big brother. Kaiten with the unavoidable choice of, do I get health back with herbs, do I walk around?
I think it's just you pop the herbs, you go ham on DL1 at this point, I think, yeah. Oh, goes in at 57 health, doesn't even crack the third herb here.
Well, this could be unfortunate. I think any ambush ends this immediately.
DL1 playing some ball here. DL1 is tired of playing ball here.
DL1 can score a kill if this keeps up.
Alright, DL1 does play ball.
And hits it back. Going to DL2 at 44 health. Ambush could be the business.
58 agility. The odds are not really with you here. There's like a 70% chance to catch a back attack.
And incinerated.
Yeah, and now Kongcakes is gonna get into Charlotte Castle here, taking the lead back finally. Kaiten, everyone was saying it in chat, and I kind of understand it. Go kill 2 enemies and you've got this, and he did not kill 2 enemies, so he does not got this.
Yeah, fortunately, went in there. I cannot explain the low HP attempt. Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
fishing for a stop spell DL1 fight is fine if you have 90 HP or so, you're trying to maintain that. Opening yourself up with a 50 agility to a back attack that will kill you more if actually it's a physical attack. The chance of killing you is higher as things stand now.
Yeah, and it will absolutely kill you. So yeah, it looks like a bit of an unforced error there from Kaiten, which is tough. I mean, you're feeling the pressure. You're down there. You know you've got the numbers to do it. It does happen. It's just you're kind of in a tough spot.
Yeah, the golem. Yeah, not including that golem the 3rd time. I guess getting impatient with the golem and just trying to beat it down. That cost you 50 HP. And then the Axe Knight showing up there and doing the 1 run block was enough to ruin the whole formation that works.
Yeah, and Kongcakes looks like he's decided. He says he's pretty close to level 15 here, so he's actually grinding out for level 15. Again, we know it's probably not necessary at this point, but would be helpful.
Alright, so Kongcakes finding out the red dragon and having sleep.
Trying to run from a red dragon with 59 agility. Everybody, agility is not just a number.
And the red dragon has that face on it. It has that happy, like, smug, like, yeah, I got your face. Put you to sleep and starts dancing around, throwing little fireballs at you. 2 damage for a hurt. It's just annoying you now. It's not actually trying to kill you. It's just prancing around with that face on.
But on the flip, that would be a Kaishin, and that red dragon is now red dragon.
Alrighty, stat gains. Rest of our spells, I believe. But the dragon's antics have forced Kongcakes to leave every charge.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get all your heal Morse to the bottom at 143 attack power, you don't even need to get them all to the bottom. I think you can get 8 to the bottom and pop the Death Necklace. Assuming it's in there, but we know it's there someplace.
Kaiten's 14, and Kongcakes taking the time, deciding what to do next. He's given the time to march back to Charlock. So Kaiten will get another dive in first. And we'll get the stats and the fates of the runs. We'll see who gets there second. Where is Kongcakes going? There we go. Down to the man. That magic bag. Alright, cutting back on 4-1. Sees Red Dragon is probably thinking, oh, a Red Dragon, how cute. Now it's gonna cast Sleep and probably ruin things. The first time through was that walk to Charlock was super tame that first time through.
Yep, so we have Kaiten at 139 at this point in time, so he is striking for 9 to 19 at this point. So average damage is 14 damage, which would be 10 swings is 140, so 12 swings total necessary. So if you can get all 10 heal Morse to the bottom, you're fine. And Kongcakes is in the same boat, basically.
And the knowledge that we have of the Golem boss at the tile. Oh no, Kongcakes runs afoul of us, a rogue scorpion, who run blocks and cast sleep, starts breathing fire. Oh no, not again.
Oh no! Rogue Scorpion, real final boss of the game here.
Kongcakes wakes up in a fury and swings heavily with the sword, hitting the beast. That's back for more. As ambushing.
This is awful. Rogue Scorpions are awful. Kaiten's got a couple of floors of advantage at this point in time because of Team Rogue Scorpion turning Kongcakes upside down a little bit there.
Kaiten being controlled a bit by the stone man, not getting out of the way.
Looks like it's going to come down to whether they can escape red dragons on the way down here, and that's for Kongcakes. The answer, of course, is, you know, bad luck, I guess. No, we cannot run.
It's going to come down to the fact does Kaiten never see a red dragon catch sleep? Because Kongcakes has been hit by 3 sleeps from 3 red dragons, and Kaiten has fought 4 or 5 of them and have never had slept cast on them once.
Kongcake swinging away gets a hurt cast, gets a good swing, but does not do enough damage. Red Dragon clamps down. Kongcakes gets shipped off the first floor in a body bag. Charlotte claims 1 here.
Now we're seeing runners punching a bit. We're seeing them get a little more hour 15, hurt more seed, really backwoods Urger sword. Now you're really thinking, like, oh no, I missed this. I'm 10 minutes behind, I'm 20 minutes behind because the sword was over there and I probably missed it the first time I walked past this part of the map. And they're both seeing, you know, desperation plays. You're seeing half heals, you're seeing half tries to run, half tries to fight. You're seeing that, like, the stress starting to mount a bit in this race. Alright, cutting back. Dragon Lord's porch.
We've got simultaneous Axe Knights here, and simultaneous Axe Knights run, so that's always good.
Oh no, the arm that showed up.
Yeah, things are starting to get a little bit dicey out here in Charlock Diveland. We haven't seen a ton of Armored Knights down here, but they are, of course, the second hardest enemy in the game to run from, so they are a real nuisance to deal with.
We know from way back when. Up, there's another one. So Kongcakes is having awful dive luck. He's running into sleep casting red dragons and Armored Knights who have Dragon Lord Breath and Heal More.
Yeah, there's no good way to really deal with this, honestly. He's getting cut down pretty hard here. The 4th run block, thankfully, doesn't happen, and he does get away, finally. But Kaiten's needing to hang on to these 10 heal mores here.
Again, Axe Knight beat Kaiten's Bane. Axe Knight again, run blocking, taking hits, and doing damage. Axe Knight again, almost taking Kaiten out of Charlock.
Yeah, Lorgon making a comment. You've got 140 attack power. There's a real easy way to deal with Axe Knights that don't want to let you go. Introduce them to the power of Sword.
Sword. Apply directly to the forehead. Kongcakes down level 3. And the golem appears. Again, Kaiten did not heal for the golem. I imagine this time they will actually attempt to flute every time before attacking.
Kongcakes finds a golem down here in the middle floors and decides to just pop the fairy flute and get away, just not wasting time with that. Now not scarce 63 agility.
Kaiten again, perhaps impatient with the golem, then took a swing while the golem was awake and paid for it dearly with another 40 damage. And not healing. Golem wakes up, throws him out of the castle.
Charlotte claims another.
So Kaiten again, the golem is a dangerous foe. It's, you know, you're doing a lot of damage to it. You're hitting it for a truckload of damage, but it's got a whole bunch of HP and it still hits like a truck back. You gotta try and put it to sleep. There's no, with the hurt more and the heal more stats you have here, you have to make sure you maintain those heal mores.
Kongcakes gets 2 run blocks from this golem, and then finally decides to pop the flute and call it a day. But Kongcakes currently in the lead here. He's on the judges' table split right.
Stats again. Make sure they're still indeed that swole.
Spent this entire seed lifting. Got 101 strength. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty invincible.
So Blue Dragon shows up and has luckily Baby Breath is one of the options. Gets away. We know Blue Dragons also have heal.
Kaiten finds the real last boss of this game, gets slit by a rogue scorpion right outside of Charlotte Castle. Decides to go with Plan S for sword and drops that rogue scorpion.
So zone negative 1 is actually the most dangerous place in Charlock, apparently.
And the big thing, with agility this low, we're not a damage-breaking Axe Knight, so running from them is a bit of a dangerous proposition.
Okay, uses the bomb, finds Armor Knights. Again, Armor Knights are at the top and the bottom. They are the painful bread of the sandwich. Donkey's halfway to DL1. We've seen little benefit, the 63 agility, the little extra orange viability, that little extra chance to run away. Kaiten sneaking past that armor knight somehow. Heads down to the first level of darkness. Alright, Kongcakes approaches the spike tile.
Gonna go to full health. It's a 143 here. Sees the golem, immediately goes for the flute.
So the golem stays down. Those golems have been caffeinated so far. Oh, this one stays down for a round. 2 round. 3-round golem. Tears the shreds.
Yeah, that golem takes a very permanent nap after the flute is blown.
Yeah, you're seeing a little bit of luck difference there that Kaiten was doing pretty good damage back, but was not patient enough and could not get the golem to stay down for one round of fluting.
So Kongcakes gets his first go at the Dragon Lord after Kaiten, of course, got completely smoked by DL2 a little while ago. Goes in with 143 health here, and of course, Dragon Lord 1 decides to play ball, cast Stop Spell.
Kaiten not gonna or Kongcakes not gonna fish for a Zah spell. Going to go right to phase 2.
I mean, at a $1.19, this is basically 2 attacks.
Ambush.
Not surprising.
Oh, it swings it for 20. And Lord Grandmaster in chat that yes, Kongcakes is vulnerable to a 51 strike. Or 50 strike.
Another 20. And 2 attacks. He's going to get a triple here.
I'm gonna go for it. No, not.
No, you don't go for it here. No, not this time. Now this fight is actually he's way ahead of pace though.
You're rolling on fire.
Takes a 20. Oh my! He's just ripping chunks out of the Dragon Lord here. Take no risks at this point. This one is basically in the bag.
And never so far. It's always been low enough that Kongcakes never had to think about healing. It's always been a 46 or something like that, where it's like I'm obviously gonna heal. There's been no risk so far of like a low 50, where it's like, I got plenty to get by this, and then suddenly get blown up.
There's a big heal more there too, so this should be another double unless it's a 48 breath.
Nope, baby swing. Kongcakes may have gassed themselves a bit in the first few swings, or no, rolling more average now. You got some 12s and 14s.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard when you're flexing that hard at the start. You know, you can't really keep up that sort of pace unless you're Spark over.
Alright, Kaiten approaching the Dragon Lord's porch. Kongcakes takes down DL2 with many beefy strikes of a very large sword.
There's not much left of the Dragon Lord at this point, folks. If you were rooting for the Dragon Lord, you chose incorrectly.
You're the Dragon Lord. 1-on-1. Alright, Kaiten approaches the golem. We'll probably see the dot done in the IRC right when the golem goes down, and we'll see if Kaiten takes a stab at Dragon Lord at this point.
The Kongcakes are winner tonight, moving to 2 and 3 at the time of 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 10 seconds.
Seeing your early seed with terrible stats being buffered by Hurtmore, and all stats caught up in the end. MP just to get the job done, agility lacking and causing them great grief. Kongcakes managed to sneak through and apply sword to the face. Okay, so that's enough. I want revenge.
Dragon Lord not playing ball here.
Alright, Kaiten, you're getting safe from any kind of attack now. There'll be no ambush kill here. So while the fight goes smoothly, again, 1 level down, but with the rolls proper, the fight should still be in hand. So you gotta be very careful with the hit points.
Gets an opening double anyways off of that health. Doesn't get ambushed, gets a good damage roll. The GGs are out for Kongcakes, who has run a great race here. Kaiten is going to finish it up for us, which is great to hear.
Kaiten, seeing the 52 damage in the swing, is now aware that defense is definitely a problem, and hit points have to be monitored very carefully. monitoring in our race channel now is Kongcakes, the winner.
Hey, how's it going, y'all?
Well, GG, nice run tonight. How do you feel about level 1 Hurt More? Is it the greatest thing ever or the greatest thing ever?
I won my first match and this match in the tournament, and both of them started with level 1 Hurt More. It's so.
Level Hurt More, just reward, just walking out of the throne room, ignoring the king, finding some large wolf or large warlock, just blowing it up and saying, "Yep, level 5. I'll see you in 5 minutes."
Yeah, it's so good. I think last week I didn't get to level 5 until like 20-something minutes in, and then today like 5 minutes in. You know, it's so much nicer having that.
Right, Kaiten approaching the nitty gritty here. Takes down the Dragon Lord. There we go. So with 2 heal more still on the docket, Kaiten takes down the Dragon Lord too. Alright, Kong. So I will tell you, you found the armor first. You found the keys about the same time. You found the sword way, I would say about 8-9 minutes after Kaiten did. You had an experience lead at the time, so basically that experience lead lets you have those stats to just go down there and dive once and finish off the beast in one go.
Yeah, I kept looking at my stat page, and I'm like, because after I left, I was just gonna go back and just kind of ignore the sword and maybe get a level, but I was like, let me just see if there's a. I figured it was either in cave or in the castle, so I was like, let me just see if Mountain Cave is around this area, and then I see it right away, and I'm like, oh, all right, well, let's check. One of the 5 chests here might have it, and the last one did. Then I was just like, oh, thank goodness, because I was thinking about just taking off and going straight there and looking for the sword inside the castle.
That was really an option. Also joining us now is Kaiten, who has finished off the Dragon Lord in a time of 1:25:23. Good work.
I got robbed from Sharlock.
Yeah, that first dive, you had the charmed walk. Your red dragons didn't catch sleep. You got away pretty easily until the last half of that first walk, and then that last stretch between the Golem and the Dragon Lord, just all RNG came loose.
Because I knew I was in the lead, because I was like, okay, I can get through this. I have 10 heal mores. I can get through this. Nope. RNG just had to serve me hard.
So the Golem won't stay down for you. At some point, you stopped using the Fairy Flute and said, just I'll swing because he's obviously not staying down. And those few hits and the Axe Knight, not getting out of the way, that one little combat there, really made things really hairy for the Dragon Lord fight there the first time. The oddball. You both found towns basically in the same order. Kongcakes had the armor first, I mentioned. Kaiten, you actually found Rimildar a hair faster and had the sword faster. But Kongcakes always had about 1 or 2 level lead on you. So at that time you were exploring the middle of the game where you're looking for, I guess, Rimildar, and you didn't have any MP on you. You couldn't die. You were still strong. You had enough power with the axe to fight monsters, but you had no MP for quite some time. So you kind of were picking and choosing fights. And during that time frame, there's a little bit of a gap that started building experience-wise.
Yeah, because like even though I had 0 MP, I was like, okay, maybe I can explore a little bit more, see if there's any weaker monsters I can take on while exploring. And yeah, I need a magic really bad.
And those you again, Sherlock's the dragons were oddball. Kaiten, your first few dives, the dragons, you saw them, they kind of let you run away. They didn't cast sleep on you. They were pretty tame. Kongcakes dove down the first time and immediately was put to sleep and attacked. And the rogue scorpions outside, I'm gonna start with those guys. Those rogue scorpions were trouble waiting to happen. Low agility was both your Achilles heel basically. Both of you had problems evading damage and evading being ambushed.
Yeah, everything towards the end there was pretty much getting first strike, and I was getting a little old. Especially those dragons, they would put you to sleep, and then the first one I fought, it would put me to sleep and then just cast regular hurt. So it wasn't doing anything but just wasting time, and I was like, come on, man, we got places to be.
As mentioned in the chat, like the face of the dragon where it's all happy and like laughing at you, it's, put you to sleep and just bouncing around, spit little fireballs at you. dealing to itself. But yeah, you actually encountered sleep first. Chitin actually saw just hurt dragons, and they kind of let him go for free. First dive down. Then second dive, they decided to start playing mean.
Yeah, I was like saying, why now of all things when I'm about to win?
Definitely close race though. For all the ups and downs, the possible level differentials being different. Obviously, Chitin, you had enough power at 14. Kongcakes did at 15. So the power was there and the stats were there to take care of business. So, despite the swings of RNG here and there, a little exploration luck, but Kongcakes came through about a 3-minute difference. So not a tremendous loss. And those opening stats buffed by hurt more. It's been a real slog if there's no firepower to back you up at the start of the seed.
Well, the good thing is I actually PB'd, so I'm happy.
Which does work because again, the randomizer. Exploring now, the randomizer is much harder. The maps are much wider than they used to be, which is good and bad when you're looking at it. So PBing now, that thing gets a little more tricky. It's very impressive.
Well, what can I say? GG Kong, you really deserved that win.
Yo, thank you, GG to you as well.
Alright, so I think both of you are unfortunately out of the actual brackets of the tournament. We are moving on to see. We have one more race to do this week to see the last few stagings of it and the seedings. Again, you're free to keep watching, keep commentary, help us at the back. I know you've both in the past helped us in different parts of the racing in the background. It's very appreciated.
Yeah, I just want to give a quick thank you to all y'all doing commentary, doing the restreams, doing Dragon. Thank you all so much for that. I really appreciate y'all putting on our match.
Yeah, I would like to take commentary and the tracker and restreamer. Thanks for Randomizer for hosting us, and yeah, I'll be back in the next tournament. Don't worry about that.
Already, I've been rambling on. Demarine, any thoughts or comments?
Yeah, no, that was a beautiful show of level 1 hurt more and just using it to get a field real early. A lot of back and forth, a lot of ups and downs. So, as they say, fast speeds really break like this sometimes where, just a little bit of a hiccup and all of a sudden you go from 3 minutes up to 3 minutes down. It's always real good to see.
Alrighty again. We're giving our props to our restreamer, Artsfield Monk, and our tracker, Allergy Rep. Did the work for us in the background here, kept everything going. Got the pre-pictures and all the numbers appear when they had to. So again, thanks to all of our tech in the background who take care of business for us. Make things look fancy and easy while I just sit here and talk and fool myself. And I do believe there is another race going on currently, or is that tomorrow?
No, there is a race going on right now, so I believe, if anything, I think we're going to ship this over to RPG Limit, where we have the other 1 and 3 match of the night. Lord of the Synth is dueling it out with Muncher Slime, and they're about 40 minutes into the seed at this point.
Alrighty, folks. I thank you all for racing. I thank you all for watching. We shall continue to do so over RPG Limit Break.